Pagan Crafting. I'm your host, Kara. Today on 12 Days of Yule, we're going to be looking at our altar and decorations. So I'm going to share my sacred space with Winter's Embrace. So I'm going to show you my mantle, my pagan tree, as well as go through my altar, show off my altar, as well as explain some of the things that I have on my altar and reason why I have them on my altar. This one is more of a simple altar. It's not as cluttered as it usually is, but it's my altar nonetheless. Well, join me today as we have a look at my altar and my house decorations. Welcome to my Yule altar. I have really a few things on here, not too much. Usually my altar is quite decorated. But my Yule altar this year seems to be a little more sparse, a little bit more meaningful. It's not just everything I do put on my altar, it has a meaning. But in this case, this year, I try to do as many correspondences as I could rock possible into one altar. From colors to meanings to herbs to the types of candles used, the colors of the candles used. I have a little miniature Yule log here. You might have seen that in my videos from a few days ago. I made a cute little miniature Yule log with my daughter. And I got some crystals I'm gonna rock on here. And you know what? Let me just tell y'all about it. Let me just turn around here on my little stool that I have at my altar. And let's go through a few things, shall we? So, one of my prized possessions that I got a few years back, and now I realize I either need a new drum or I need a new... Let me show you. I don't know. I was at Witchstock this year and I got to drum in a circle. See, there's that sound. I don't know, I think I need a different one of these. But anyway, this is for journeying. Leading people in journeying, which I need to do more of to finish my accreditation for a shamanic. I think I just woke up my daughter. Okay, so some of the next things that I have here, you can use a chalice or a cauldron. So in my cauldron I have little coal pieces for making a mess here for my herb blends. Now this one here is, let me put the lid on because I'm going to spill more because this is what I do. Spirit Dream Blend for the Lucid and Astral. It has copal resin, white sage, rose petals, and mugwort. Soon to be on Pagan Crafting Etsy store, my friends. But an amazing blend to work with, and it smells so divine. Some of the other things here I have on my altar that I keep here. I pull two cards, one or two cards, usually it's one card, for the season. The only time I pull the moon and the sun is the winter and the summer solstice. Each year I will pull either a card to go with that Sabbath season or the mood I'm in or what is needed. But I'll just stick with the majors and I'll work with that card during that time being. Now these are just a bunch of cards that, yes, I have like the Wheel of Fortune. Some of these I got healing, that's cool. Got a Sekhmet to be strong. Matt, the Queen of Cups, heck yeah, Kalima. So sometimes you get these in like grab bags, witches grab bags. Sometimes I find them in books, sometimes I find them on the ground. But I find cards, oh my gosh, I just found these cards. I was looking for these. Oh my god. So those like to live there with all the cards. This is when I do my journey. I carved a feather out of Palo Santo. Oh, it smells so good. And these are my eggs for journeying. So instead of a drum, I can bring this with me. Usually I got one in my pocket in the summer and one at home. And when I like to journey to the underworld, I have a little symbolism. I have my boat, that is hard to tell. I have my boat that is carved out, also out of Palo Santo, that helps me journey, or used to help me journey. And I have Odin's Eye of Wisdom. And of course, it's nice to call on the winter's months and say goodbye and bring in some warm weather. I have the God, the divine masculine here. Represented also by the sun. I have the divine feminine, represented by the male. I have my wee Yule log, my red, green, and white to represent the season to come, and the holly, and the oak king, the twins. And I'm actually gonna light that one. That one's cool. Now I love using crystals all the time, everywhere, to amplify everything, especially clear quartz crystals. My stag, my theme. I'm using the Egyptian one here. Oh, it's a little, but I have an Egyptian piece that I love using. And this is from Vancouver Island, Canada. This is, I better not say it because people get mad. But anyway, it was made for me by a shaman when I was a young lassie going through a bit with driftwood found on the beaches, and this was found from a dead bird that was also found on the beach. So a bird was not sacrificed or hurt in the making of this. But it's some powerful magic with some adventure-teen at the end of that one. Now, of course, I have my beautiful candles, and I have my moose antler here. This antler was found actually in the wild near Rocky Mountain House, Alberta. And this was found by a hunter, so it's kind of cool. We did a trade. I did a bunch of witchling gift bags, of magical bags for her grandchildren, and we traded some antlers. I traded for a good portion of antlers, as you may be seeing. It's been in here, but these were also traded. This was traded. My horn to represent my chalice. I'm going to be filling that up with some mead, enjoying that. And then I have my singing bowls here. A little sound cleansing for you. So when I pick my singing bowls, for each time I change over my altar, I either choose by the chakra or choose what is needed. Or I choose just to match colors. This one's a little, oh, my finger was on it. Ah, my pinky finger was on it. And I have a smoky quartz wand that I've been working with for absolute years. I'll just leave that one there. And this was a gift of a double tourmaline smoky quartz piece this summertime I was gifted with. I brought those two out to kind of play out together and see what they can teach each other. One is a little newer to me. Both are timeless here. I have also double tourmaline quartz pieces here that I have. to amplify the power of my labradorite. I have a few pieces that I've been working with over quite a few years. This is one of my favorite stones to work with. It's probably just, oh, shiny blue. Look at that, there it is. Oh, the camera caught it. Oh, look at that. And I love the story of labradorite and how the labradorite, the northern lights got caught in the labradorite stone. And it was an elder Inuit that sent out the bravest warrior with a spear to release the northern lights that got caught, the spirits, the ancestors that got caught in the stone. And when he smashed the stone, not all of them got out, but many did thank him. But a few were left behind, and that's how the story of how the northern lights, the aurora borealis, got stuck in the labradorite. It's such a beautiful stone to work with, such amazing quantities and so many things you could use it for. Well, that was a quick little tour of my basic Yule altar, including the red to represent the season, and I have some white rabbit fur here just for some festive and some color, and it looks cool too. Well, thank you so very much for joining me on my tour of my sacred space and coming into my abode and sharing my little meaningful items on my altar, my space, and around my house. Thank you so very much for joining me today. As always, I wish you an absolutely magical day and a very special Yule.